Dozzy Nnamdi Obiwanne, creator of men's fashion line Dozzy Couture, is a young enthusiast who quit his job to follow his dreams.
Fashion is something I've been doing for a very long time. I picked up sewing, I stayed sewing right from while I was in secondary school, but then I was just doing it more like as a hobby. I did secondary school, university period. I was still sewing. I had a sewing machine throughout my university period. I was schooling and I was still doing it more like a part-time. After that, I started working. But I worked for some time, more like 4 years. But while I was working, people were telling me, that guy, why not leave work and face fashion fully, since I'm good in fashion, So I thought about all those things. With also encouragement from my wife and my family members, I felt it's the right time for me to go into fashion fully.
Dozzy spent most of his formative years in Owerri, southeast Nigeria, and picked up his interest in fashion at a young age from his mother, who had a sewing machine at home. A graduate of the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, with a degree in geology and mining, Dozzy began his career as a sales representative, but he had his eyes set on a fashion line.
Coming to Lagos was in 2007. I moved to Lagos 2007 from Owerri. The company I was working with then, it was more like a transfer. It was in Benin, especially. I was working in Benin. I was their representative in Benin, and they now moved me from Benin to Lagos. So it was okay for me. I came, they gave me accommodation. I had a car, and I had everything that I needed to work with at that time. Even while I was working with the company, I had a sewing machine with me. That time to time, I can do some stuff on my own. You understand? So as at then, I had in my mind already that in a short while, I'll be able to start up my own clothing line. So while I was working, I was saving money. I was making sure that in years to come, this is what I have to go into fully.
Moving to Lagos, he joined the Fashion Designers Association of Nigeria and learned to keep up with the taste and demands of a metropolitan city.
The fashion I do now is not the same with that I did in Owerri. So the fashion sense in Owerri and Lagos are not the same. Understand? In the sense that in Lagos you see we have a lot of designers here, and we have a lot of stylists. We have a lot of people who are more into fashion than back there in Owerri. Even though, yeah, people in Owerri, most of them, they love fashion, they dress well, but coming to Lagos is a different thing altogether, because you have a lot of competition, you see a lot of people, you see a lot of things that will inspire you to create more designs.
Despite Lagos being the fashion capital of Nigeria, Dozzy sees no competition elsewhere but with himself.
To me, I don't really see any designer as my competitor. The competition is within myself. I try to have that competition within each design that I do. If I create a design today, I see that design to be my striving force. I try to do better than what I've done before. So I don't really see any designer as my competitor, because the fashion business is so large. It's something that we have people who need to be clothed every day. So the business is so big that I'm not afraid of any designer.
His mind focused on improving his brand and his clientele base cutting across different sectors of the country. His ambitions for the future are very high.